Hi all, this is Ifrit from server 1018. Today I'm going to talk about how to gain SVS points during Evolution Day. So we're going to click on Events, Strongest War Zone, this little eye symbol, go to the 6th day, and then we're going to say re-choose to look at the different days for SVS, and I'm going to click the expand button on Evolution, and we can see the 3 ways you get points on Evolution Day. The first is to buy diamonds, which I do not recommend. This is not a good way to get points for server versus server. Evolution power, for every 1 point of power you gain from your evolutions, you get 400 points, and for every 1 creature remain you use, you gain 700 points on this day. So those are the 3 ways you can get points on SVS Day for evolution. So I'm going to jump back here and we're going to look at particularly what I'm going to be doing to focus on getting the most points for tomorrow. So if I expand my evolutions, I'm going to be focusing heavily on the zone develop tree. This is by far the most important evolution tree to focus on to maximize your benefits for server versus server in the future. So I'm going to expand my tree out. You'll see that the first 2 I really focused on because I'm trying to do well in gather day. The first one increases my gathering speed on gather day up to 50%. The second gives me more resources when I gather on gathering day, which is 20% more. I've already unlocked the intermediate rewards. So this will give me rewards if I achieve the points necessary to unlock the 4th, 5th, and 6th shells available in server versus server for the individual rewards. And I am working on what's points bonus 1 right now, which just immediately gives you increases to your overall SVS points. So normally if you were to gain, for example, evolution power on that day, gives you 400 points for every 1 power you increase in evolution. If this skill were maxed to level 10, it would effectively double the amount of points I would get for that. So instead of 400, it would be 800 points for every evolution power I gain. So it's a very powerful way to get higher rewards in SVS and a higher score. So I'm working on this already because I would like to start with a pretty good bonus before Evolution Day begins so I can achieve more points relatively quickly. One thing to note is everything in the zone develop tree costs creature remains. So maybe an example down here, you will see that this costs 160 creature remains to upgrade to the 1st level along with other resources. And that's going to be the same for everything in this evolution tree. The goal of this tree is to do the bare minimum to get to the double rewards. So double rewards will double any rewards you gain in server versus server for the individual rewards that you get for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 shells of your personal rewards. So you can see here that it says personal rewards get doubled. So this is not for the alliance rewards, it is only for the personal rewards. And I will show you what those rewards look like. So if I go back to Strongest Warzone, I go to Event Today. I can't scroll back, I don't believe, no I can't, but I can show you at least the 7, 8, and 9 shell rewards and why that double rewards is so important. So firstly, you can see that mine are all grayed out. That's because I've only unlocked the intermediate rewards, so shells 4 through 6. I've already claimed all those prizes. I have not unlocked the advanced rewards in the zone develop tree, which would be for shells 7, 8, and 9 that you see here. And why the double rewards is so important is creature remains, creature remains, creature remains. The evolutions later in this game cost a significant amount of creature remains, and your ability to get more creature remains as soon as possible is critical to being strong on any server. And if you look at the 9th shell reward, you'll see why. So the rewards for this, in particular, the creature remains is 1,140, and if you have the double rewards, that'll become 2,280. There's some other good rewards here too, like speed ups and some resources, which will also be doubled by that double rewards, but the main thing you're looking for here is the creature remains. For each one of these tiers of rewards, so the 1 through 3 tier, the 4 through 6 tier, and the 7 through 9 tier, the best rewards are always with the third shell in that group. The first shell, the rewards are okay, they get better for the second shell in that tier, and they're the best on the third tier. Also, you'll see the alliance rewards as well, which we work as a team to try to unlock all 3 shelves, which shouldn't really be a problem moving forward, but anything we do to increase our individual contribution, of course, will help the alliance. So going back to the evolutions, again, I talked a little bit about the zone develop tree. So again, that points bonus 1, very important. Advanced rewards will unlock the shells 7 through 9. And then you'll see this section here with gathering points, hunting points, building points, spore points, and so on and so on. These all add bonuses to that particular day of SVS. So for building points, you can see a percentage here on the second column, 2% all the way up to 100%. And that means on build day, for constructing buildings, you can get up to an additional 100% points for the bonuses you get on build day. So normally it's for every power of building you increase, you get 1,000 points, and instead it would be 2,000 points. And then it's the same for gathering points and spore points, which will be for special ant day. So these are all very important to upgrade over time. But again, I would do the minimum amount of effort to get to the double rewards and then go back and refill these in to maximize them. So that way you're getting the most points possible. Again, you're trying to do the easiest path to get the double rewards and 9 shells every day. So the quicker you can do that, the better. So on top of that, the other ways to get good evolution points are to get certain evolutions to a point where they are at a pretty high level, but not maxed out. So you'll see, like, for example, belly storage I have at 13 out of 15. And why did I stop there? Well, one, it costs a heck of a lot of resources, 4 million sand and 2 million soil. But if I go into the details, I'll see that to go from level 13 to level 14, I have a power increase of almost 1,300 power. You times that by 400 points, and that's quite a lot of points. Then if I use my raspberry, my advanced raspberry, I can effectively double those points and make it even more. And then with the zone develop and the points bonus 1, that's even more points, and so on. So you can see that one evolution at these higher tiers can really add a lot of points to my SVS score and get me a quick head start to some pretty high shell rewards in SVS. So I've done that with a few different categories here where I've gotten them to say, 11 out of 15, 13 out of 15. Some of these I've gotten, to a pretty good level where there's going to be a good jump in power, and I'll try to complete those as quickly as I can. Other than that, I don't really think there's much else to say other than zone fight. I would not focus on this at all. That also costs creature remains and is really not relevant at this point in the game. Zone develop, zone develop, zone develop. Focus there for tomorrow until you run out of creature remains, and then I would focus on the other most impactful increases in evolution power that you can possibly do. And that is it on Evolution Day.